Hi, everybody. My name is Keith Freeze, and I do think that the LA Kings banners do need just a slight cleanup. Not cleanup in terms of the graphic design that they've used for those banners. I think they look really, really nice. They're very clean, they're very readable. Not even in terms of the coloring of the banners, I think those all look really, really nice. It's just a simple wording that I would change for some of these banners. So if you look at the screen here, I'm showing you that we have the white banners that are currently hanging up in crypto.com arena, and they're hanging in all these different facilities that the Kings are associated with, whether it's Toyota Sports Performance Center or any of their uh, city rinks around LA. But they've got these banners hanging up, and you'll see that the three on the left are all basically the same banner. They're just worded a little differently. So you've got the two Western Conference Championship banners, and then you've got the Campbell Conference Championship banner. So they're all the same thing. They all mean the same thing. Uh, the Campbell Conference was the name of the Western Conference up until the 1993-94 season. So when the Kings went on their historic run with Gretzky back in the day to the Stanley Cup final and they at least won their conference championship, it was the Campbell Conference. But if they had won that the next year afterward, it would have said Western Conference Champions 1993-94. So they changed the name of the conference literally the year after the Kings won it. So I get why they are listing it as the Campbell Conference Champions because number one, it is historically accurate. And at the same time, it's also kind of like this fun look back at history of, it used to be named this. So I totally understand that. Now it's the Western Conference Champions, and you can see that that's appropriate for the 2013, 14, and 11, 12 banners. So I've got no problem with that. But the one thing I will say is just to make these things a bit more uniform is that whether it was the Western Conference Championships or Western Conference Champions or the Campbell Conference Champions, the same trophy was given out to both, which is the Clarence S. Campbell Bowl. So they've got, of course, the infamous Stanley Cup banners. So now what you're seeing on the screen is my idea, which is it would say Campbell Bowl Champions, and then the years. So that would go for all three of those banners, which, again, makes everything uniform. It's true. They won the Campbell Bowl in all of those years. Now, I understand it's what I'm pitching here is not a cheap venture. I understand that printing and making these banners and having them sewn and whatever is a costly endeavor. I'm just saying that if we're looking to kind of clean things up and make things a bit more uniform, I think that this makes a little bit more sense. Then there's not this level of confusion on top of it. Because keep in mind, okay, I get it. When you get a little bit older and things start clicking, just because you learn history or whatever, then you can go, okay, Campbell Conference and the Western Conference are the same thing, right? But if I'm a little kid and I'm looking at those banners, I'm gonna be like, what was the like maybe it's a good thing to ask questions, but just having Campbell Bowl champions for all three, if I'm looking at it, the Campbell Bowl champions, and then I can see the individual logos at the top and go, oh, they won it like during that era and they won it during that era. So that's what I would do anyway if I was, putting together these banners. And then I'm going to go back to like the first picture real quick here just to show you. But they've got the Smythe Division champions for the 1990-91 season. And in my opinion, I would just get rid of that banner entirely. Not because I'm against hanging banners, but actually because I'm in favor of hanging banners. And I'll elaborate, but the Smythe Division champions, the Kings to hang that banner in an odd way shows you how terrible of a regular season team the Kings are. They hung up the Smythe Division banners before they changed, the banners that you're currently seeing on screen. When they used to have the older ones that were more rectangular shaped, like turned the other way, and they were hanging up on the wall at Crypto.com Arena next to the Kings banners and stuff. They had that Smythe Division banner then. They've had it since the Forum. I get all that, but the Smythe, to say that you won a division championship, in my opinion, is nothing. It means nothing. You won your division. And in today's NHL, that would be 8 teams, including the Kings. At the time that they won this banner, it was 5 teams, including the Kings. So you beat 4 other teams to win your division. Whippy! And then you're going to put up a banner for it. Now, the Nashville Predators got raked over the coals for hanging a banner a couple years ago that said regular season Western Conference champions. That was on top of winning the President's Trophy. And I'll get to that in a second too, but the President's Trophy means that you won the entire NHL regular season in points. That's a banner that's appropriate to hang up for the regular season. To win a division banner when there was only 5 teams, including you, I'm sorry. I just don't think it's a banner that needs to be hanging up anymore. And this is kind of one of those things that happens when teams that want to hang banners but don't have the clout to do it. This is what they do. They go, oh, we won something. Let's put up a banner. It's like, you can take this one down now because you've won 3 conference championships, 3 Campbell Bowl championships, and 2 Stanley Cup championships. So you've got a winning mentality now. You've won 2 Stanley Cups. You've won 3 Campbell Bowl championships. Now go add to that resume by going and winning more. Give yourself an incentive to hang up more banners because you've already started your catalog. You can silently remove the Smythe Division Championships banner. I don't think winning a division championship is all that special. That's just my opinion. And even if the Kings won the next 10 Division Pacific championships, I don't think you should hang up 10 banners for that. Just kind of silently leave that one in the past. And at the same time, if you are going to hang up a banner that's not the Stanley Cup championship banners or a conference championship like the Campbell Bowl championship banners, then you should hang up a President's Trophy banner because that is actually something that's wildly crazy to achieve in terms of you had the most points during the regular season of any NHL team. So it's you plus 31 other teams. In the future, it could be 35 other teams, but if you win the President's Trophy, that means you were the best team in the NHL during the regular season, and that's a banner that you should hang up. It's almost kind of, in a one way, it's showing that you do have some real clout when it comes to the regular season. But going back to this whole thing about the Smythe Division Championships, the Kings, think about this. The Kings have won 1 division championship in the 58, however many years it's been. They've won 1 division championship. In the regular season, they've won 1. That's not something to be going and bragging about. That's something that you want to maybe not shine a light on. And I think that adds more credence to my point, which is just move it aside. Historians can say, oh yeah, they won a division championship, but let's not shine a light on it. Literally, let's not shine a light on these banners and show the world that the Kings are not a regular season team. The Kings have never been a regular season team. LA Kings fans know it. So let's just kind of push that one out of the way. But again, to go back to the bigger point of this video, let's clean up these banners a little bit. Let's make them a little bit more uniform here. I do like the idea of it just being Campbell Bowl champions. That's what it is. That's what they won. And, if they want to stick with Western Conference champions or Campbell Conference champions or whatever, maybe just say conference champions. Then whatever. But if they want to keep them the way that they are, I got no problem with it. Western Conference, Campbell Conference, all fine. I'm just talking about having a little bit of uniformity within those. So anyway, my name is Keith Freeze. Thank you for checking out this video. As always, go Kings, go.